Hello there again my friends, this is the boy and his dog and welcome to the channel where I play and review every game released on the Evercade, old and new. Today we are continuing our deeper butchers into the Indie Heroes 2 collection with the final title exclusive to this collection and not part of the game of the month. And I'm not going to be able to pronounce this right, the Gruniozerca Trilogy? I think that's right. Anyway, let's take a butchers. The Gruniozerca Trilogy is 3 8-bit puzzle games in one, developed by Gruniozerca and MT, and individually released between 2016 and 2019 for a charity event. The second game in the trilogy even went on to win first place in the 2017 NES Dev Coding Competition. All 3 games are different in nature, but are connected by the main character, Grunio, a guinea pig that sadly passed away in 2019. The first game in the trilogy is rather basic, colour matching game and point chaser. You cycle through colours to match the falling carrot, then grab it before it hits the ground. It starts off easy, changing to the next colour you cycle through, but it soon starts changing willy-nilly and my poor brain can't keep up. A fun diversion, but not something you may come back to a lot, but that doesn't matter as it's only the first of 3 games. The second game is much more polished and involved than the first. It even has a bit of a story. In this game your primary goal is to collect the key that unlock and go through the door to the next stage. Things are made trickier by the room layout and position of both the key and door. Your secondary goal is to collect each level's carrot. Sometimes they are easy to find and collect, sometimes they are invisible until you pull a switch, but mostly they are just tantalisingly out of reach. You have to collect Tetris-style pieces and place them in the level to reach where you need to go. You can on occasion collect a hammer to smash a block, if it blocks your path. Each room is basically a puzzle where you must work out how to collect the blocks, what order to place them, and if you're really good, grab the carrot too, before exiting. Some of these levels are pure genius. I was so impressed. Some are logical and simple enough to work out, and others are real head scratchers. I've enjoyed being totally stumped and slowly, by trial and error, working each stage out. And then the third and final game, before this review gets too long, is probably my favourite type of puzzle game. It's one of those tile style games where you have to land on every tile before reaching the exit. Of course things start off simple, but soon they are adding all sorts of tiles into the mix. Tiles that need to be stood on multiple times before they vanish, one-way conveyor belts, one-way stairways, inflatables that take a certain amount of steps but if left will fill up a game with air. There's teleport tiles and even explosive tiles. They introduce each type slowly as you progress, so it's not all too much at once. And my days does it get complicated. That feeling when you've cleared a huge room of tiles only to find you've missed one far back somehow that you can no longer reach, or you make a final fluff just before clearing 100%. But when you do finally complete a tricky stage, it feels awesome. I really did enjoy this game. The first of the trilogy is rather simplistic, but the other two games have a lot to offer. Even if you complete the second game, there's still a perfect run of all carrots to collect to go back to. And finishing the third game, there's still a survival mode to play with. Overall, there's a lot to keep you coming back. The second game is rather clever, and the third, well, it's a favourite type of puzzle game of mine. So definitely another winning title for the Indie Heroes 2 collection, and a great last game to end it on. Next up will be my obligatory game ranking and final thoughts video of the Indie Heroes 2 collection cart as a whole. It's going to be tricky to rank those beggars, I tell ya. And if you've made it here to the end of the video, thank you ever so much for joining me. Leave a thumbs up or comment if you'd like. Either way, I'm just chuffed you poked your head in to take a gander. As always, I hope you're having an awesome day, my friends. Be seeing you.